Honorable Ms. Nurul Afiyattena M.Pd, as the lecturer of Masiro College, and dear friends whom I love. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good afternoon everyone. My name is Nabil Ashidqi. Today I want to talk about junior school should not be allowed to bring cell phone to school. A topic that make people ask questions, especially for students. I will first see why middle school students are not allowed to bring cell phone to school. Often a complaint for children and parents, as well as the problem of thinking of a student who is difficult to find knowledge inside. Junior school should not be allowed to bring cell phone to school. We need to know that today is sophisticated age. Not only adults have cell phone, but many school students have used them. The government in several countries, especially Australia, prohibit the use of cell phone to school. However, its positive impact cannot be ascertained. Much support from the public, as many as 2,000 people. 2,000 people supporting the almost ban on bringing cell phone to school. You know why? Because they cite anticipated bad things in its use. As a student, how do you behave when you bring your cell phone to school? Does the school still allow student to bring his cell phone to school? If a student bring his cell phone to school, can a teacher be able to keep an eye on his students all the time he is doing his cell phone? Okay, why am I going to talk about this topic? Because based on what I read, it's better for me to share some reason. For the first reason, I have read some science on the internet about bad and good of middle school students to bring cell phone to school. And for a second reason, in my opinion, junior high school students are better of reading thick books than just to opening internet media on cell phones. Why are junior high school not allowed to bring cell phone to school? I have read deeper, looking for references about it, and must convey some of point what I got. I have divided my speech into three sections. For the first, not focusing on paying attention to the teacher explanation material. And second, students can play cell phones during class hours. And finally, cheat during exam time. Okay, let me begin by noting that according to the article on www.m.pd.com, the learning process in classroom is not always as smooth as expected by the teacher. There are always obstacles that will be faced by a student to achieve an achievement. One of the obstacles is always encountered is a lack of concentration in learning. The first thing we will discuss is concentration. Concentration is the concentration of attention and mind on an object. In addition, concentration makes students active in learning. If we know, look at many students who don't concentrate in studying. It also causes the birth of generation that doesn't want to know about lessons. Yeah, there may still be some students who concentrate in studying because their bodies and soul are in sync. Okay? While students who are less focusing because the spiritual and physical are offset. One of the students who are addicted to use cell phones without thinking about when it's time to study. Okay? I said earlier we can judge if there is a student who is not focused because playing cell phone, then the friends beside him who is already focused on studying can be disturbed because the friend beside him. Okay, now let's continue for the next discussion. According to compassion belonging to learning, playing cell phones during class hours makes student not concentration in studying. Yeah. Not concentration in studying. When the teacher explains and the student plays cell phones separately without being penalized the teacher. By opening a conversation or calling someone until they hear a ring at the time, and student learning time is interrupted by not hearing the teacher's explanation. Actually, the use of cell phones is not good during class hours because it disturbs the teacher who is explaining. As the teacher, they should emphasize and punish students who play on their cell phone during learning. As I discussed analytically earlier, can reach 80% of students who will do it without thinking about anything other than doing activities with their cell phones. Yeah. Okay, now we will focus on the last discussion. According to Republika.co.id, on Saturday of 3 May 2014, the head of the principal conference from Palu prohibited students from being allowed to bring cell phone to school so as not to interfere with concentration in learning. Concentration during the exam. Yeah, the policies, policies that has been given the same time anticipate bad things that are not desirable, like cheat on linked question. So communicating with friends who provide answers. Not only that, the bad for each individual student if they are cheated, such as losing confidence in yourself in answering the question given, and academic achievement decreases. As you will remember that the policy already exists and students think again and again. But there are students who do request things to pass their exam without thinking about the impact of their actions. Finally, I would like to convey 3 things we could conclude early work that junior high school prohibit bringing cell phone to school. Yeah, although there is a positive impact it has, it is not certain. This has a bad impact on students. This is bad impact on students who will steal their free time if supervision is carried out carelessly. All discipline junior high school students must be prioritized and strictly guarded for those who bring cell phone to school. Maybe this is from me. And thanks for your attention. Wabillahi taufiq walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.